Welcome to another episode of the Dark Matter Podcast. Today we got a special guest in the house. We got Pat from Crash Dummies. What's up, Pat?
Yo.
And y'all already know we got DX the dog bringing up the rear, throwing lobs, slam dunks and shit. So what's going on, man? What's going on in the world? You up here from Milwaukee. So how was the trip?
The trip. I drove this time. Sometimes it's good to drive to be alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your thoughts.
And free your mind.
Yeah. It was like a 5.5 hour drive, and I said, I had a good idea. I was like, I'm gonna call everybody that I ever had a problem with that I need to apologize to. So I was just gonna take the 5.5 hour drive, call people, mend any problem we got in any situation where I felt like I was wrong.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was driving for like probably an hour, and I was like, I ain't got nobody to call.
I was gonna say that.
It's not free, man.
It's free.
Apologizing for shit. It was all music. I ain't calling nobody.
Yeah, that's what it gotta be sometimes,
It's my fault, nigga.
You brought it on yourself, man.
You knew how it was.
Yeah, it gotta be if you hit 5 hours to think about it.
Yeah.
Man, your bitch chose me.
Yeah. It's my fault, man.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, that's what's happening, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So give me a little tour of the Milwaukee life, man. How is it?
Milwaukee life is what you make it. I've been in Milwaukee now for 10 years, and I've been broke in Milwaukee, and I had money in Milwaukee. So it's two different Milwaukees. If you ain't got no money in Milwaukee, you're gonna be miserable in Milwaukee.
That's two different Milwaukees.
Yeah, you might as well just get you a big white woman and settle down.
Wow.
You ain't got no money. Get you a big white woman, light skinned kid, nice little house.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
But you got the farm life.
Yeah, no. See, the Milwaukee is just like, it's like a smaller Detroit, smaller Chicago.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that, but the city is actually vibrant. It's a lot of black people. Like, I know y'all, the time y'all had in Wisconsin, in y'all mind, y'all add Sheboygan to that concept. But Milwaukee, like a totally different beast. Like, you'll drive down Milwaukee. If you don't know Milwaukee, it's gonna seem real big to you. Like, it's gonna seem like a big city, because it is from like the outside perspective. But obviously, if you live in there, you're gonna see the same people every day.
Right.
But Milwaukee, nice, man. Especially in the summertime. I say Milwaukee during the summer, especially where I live. I'm like 5 minutes from the beach.
Okay.
It's probably the most beautiful. You got people that's from Florida that live in Florida year round that vacation in Wisconsin for the summer.
Wow.
Because we be in that, 85 to 90 degrees. So even y'all, like, we got similar. The weather is the same here in Wisconsin and Michigan. It's the exact same. I know a lot of people think it's colder or whatever. Northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin, like the same type of cold. Lower Wisconsin, lower Michigan, same type of weather. The difference is Milwaukee is closer to the beach than what a Pontiac is. So like when it's hot here, it's hot as hell here.
There ain't no beaches in Pontiac.
Yeah. Ain't no beaches in Pontiac.
Got a couple swampy ass lakes, though.
You got some Turtle Lakes and shit.
Turtle Lake.
Body Lakes.
Bay City. I remember I went to a Bay City on a fishing trip.
Yeah.
With y'all.
Yeah, that was up a little bit.
Yeah. I think I stayed. That was my first time ever staying up for 24 hours. I probably had I think I ate like 25 double cheeseburgers. I'm still. I ain't been able to shit straight since.
And just the thing about it though is we stayed up there 24 hours, right? So after the 23rd hour, we noticed it was boxes on top of signs and shit, So boxes on top.
I'm gonna edit that shit out.
So we take the boxes off the signs and it says no fishing in the water.
You've been poisoned. You know what I'm saying? Poison water.
I saw it.
The water was deadly deep.
One of the fish we caught, we could see through his body.
Yeah, right.
Like, why can't I see the fish heart?
Yeah, that was the.
And it wasn't a jellyfish.
Water crisis, man. The poison water river fuck they call it.
Yeah.
It was horrible, man.
We was fishing in lead.
Shout out to Flint Town. I got a bunch of homies in Flint, man. Flint real as hell, though.
Nah, Flint shit, that don't mean their water was dirty.
It was definitely fucked up. Lots of people, I believe some people went to jail for that. The governor got charged and fined. I don't think Snyder, he didn't do no jail time for it.
But anywho, trying to produce the producer.
Yeah,
You know that ain't gonna work. Back at you. There we go.
Dark Matter. This is Dark Matter TV?
Yes, sir.
Dark Matter podcast.
Yes, sir.
What does Dark Matter mean?
Dark matter means, man, once you come up into the realm of the knowledge of what we have, man, there's no telling what you might hear, and you're going to hear perspectives on just about any subject that you can bring up, from politics to urban economics or arts, what's going on in the daily news, sports, man, especially sports, man. Just about everything that you can imagine, man. We bring a lot of experience to the table, and so it's a lot of dark matter in that, you know.
Okay. Who y'all like, Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark?
I love the spirit of what they both bring to the table.
Yeah, it's good
because it has ignited women's basketball.
What does it remind you of?
And it put Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
There you go.
But it put, okay, I'm going to tell you, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, before they came into the league, the games were pre-recorded. They didn't play live games.
Yeah.
Right, so that's what I meant by it's good for women's sports to put them on a pedestal where they should have been all along, because they actually played better than the men anyway.
And it brought a lot of attention to the sport, because the sport was dead.
They just don't dunk. You know, if the women were dunkers, we would all be watching WNBA, because they play a much better brand.
You can't say that.
No, Grinder
play
much better than me. You seen that kind
No, I mean like fucking LeBron and Mike and Cole. I mean, they was dunking like that. Because the team aspect of the game is way better than the NBA.
That's not. I don't think that's the biggest drive. The biggest drive is what Magic and Bird created.
Oh yeah, you're always gonna have the white-black narrative.
But the white-black narrative,
the cheapest selling form.
It's gonna work every
in
time.
America. It's the cheapest selling shit.
The white-black narrative is what can start rivalries and can give teams history. So if you go through okay, Angel Reese played for the Chicago Sky, right?
Right.
Who's the greatest Chicago Sky player of all time?
Nobody knows.
Right. Right. Exactly. That's the only one you know. But if I told you to go, we try to name who the greatest Lakers of all time, we'd be up here arguing for hours about who the greatest. Right, because it got history to it. But that history was built through
Kareem,
through Celtics. Yeah. It was white-black. Even though Celtics had a lot of great black players, Celtics fans were more white. Lakers fans
who's on the logo? Who's on the logo?
Larry Bird.
No, who's on the logo?
Yeah,
Jerry West. Out of all the badass Lakers, but the white guys on the logo.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is a lot of people don't like what's going on. WNBA needs more drama. That's what I'm gonna say.
I agree.
So now that drama can be passed down from generation to generation. So you got to create these stars, because in our head, if Larry Bird and Magic Johnson had seen each other in the alley, they'd kill each other. Right. You know what I mean? Or if Michael and Isaiah had seen each other in the hallway, they'd choke each other out.
That's for real.
That's what we need to think about the WNBA.
Oh, right. In order
Isaiah might have put his hands. Isaiah might have put his hands around Michael.
I'm sure he would.
I ain't no doubt.
But he was also kissing niggas on the cheek.
Don't do that to my dog. Isaiah's a goat. We ain't gonna have this conversation.
Them old. Isaiah I really used to rock with Isaiah Thomas. Really tough. And I never let anybody tell me that Steph was a better point guard.
Oh, it's not even close.
But now I'm not helping him out no more. After that little LeBron thing.
I know, man.
I don't know if he was drunk or something.
I think he had some wine. You know, he got a winery, sell wine. I think my boy had a little too much to drink that night. He's usually a LeBron fan. You know, he usually says Bron is the GOAT of all the players that ever played. I got to rock with Zeke, because Zeke did a lot for the sport, and he don't get enough recognition. I'm gonna let that ride. And back to the Caitlin Clark and the Larry Bird. I'm going to say it's clear that all the racist people have all the money.
I'm used to it, man. Let's go.
Come on, you gotta
Go.
You gotta let him bounce out.
Go ahead. I gotta cut that to this shit.
You cut both of us off, man. God
dang. 3 words.
I know. You gotta let him go.
It's like your motherfucking uncle.
You gotta let him bounce off.
Yeah, he done fucked me up so bad. Check
you gotta
this out.
We gotta shoot dynamic. You gotta shoot.
Y'all gonna go or y'all gonna keep talking to me?
But like we were saying, like if those players, that's what's gonna build the history of the WNBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's in good hands right now.
So racism is gonna
You know
build.
what I'm saying? Oh no.
Oh, God, brother.
So the racist motherfuckers got all the money. Is what they saying.
It wouldn't have been no Magic Johnson in some way if it wasn't a Larry Bird. It wouldn't have been a Michael Jordan in some way if it wasn't a Larry Bird.
It's true.
You understand what we're doing with it now?
The people don't realize to get the max amount of people to watch you, it means that you have to have people that hate you watching. Right. If you only love if only the people that love basketball and love Angel Reese watch Angel Reese, she wouldn't have no fans.
Right.
But if you add in the people that like Caitlin Clark and the people that don't like black people, you add in the people that don't like women, you add that on. Now Angel Reese is one of the most watched athletes in the world. And that sucks, but that's how American sports are created.
And the fact is, she got the most Twitter followers.
So we need racist billionaires.
You need race. You need.
That's what I said.
Yes, you need haters.
Right. You gotta have haters.
If you don't have haters, then that's why they say if you don't have haters, you aren't doing the right thing. So if you ain't got people that are bashing you, it's just like it gets to a point like with our podcast, right?
Yeah.
We probably had like 1 or 2 hating comments a month when we were coming up. Everybody that came to us, the only reason you found us is because you looked us up and you liked us. Now we're on people's timelines and don't want us on their timeline. Because we so popular. So now we get the haters like, why they giving these dudes a mic? Take these niggas mics away. Now let's take these niggas mics away because we so popular and we force upon people. Now those haters, now you got haters coming back. Those are all viewers. Those are comments. Those are something to get you on the algorithm.
And then you gotta remember.
So we need the haters.
Yeah, because America have always been a country. If you ain't the hero, you got to be the victim. If you ain't the victim, you got to be the hero.
Exactly.
And that's what make America so great.
And they like to control it too.
Yeah.
America loves to make stars and take stars.
Oh yeah.
If they love when they make you. That's why everybody in America be scrolling on TikTok and be just some random old dude putting on some outfits. And they be like, nigga, you know what? We gonna make you famous.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get you all the way to the top. We're gonna get you some endorsements. And we're gonna bring up that video you hitting your wife 20 years ago.
Knowing we already got that.
Take it away, nigga.
Hold the video. We know we got this one.
Right when
they like to play God. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Shannon Sharp.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves Shannon Sharp. Like, oh, Shannon Sharp, Unc out here fucking all these young girls. Unc out here doing this. Then they heard, wait, $100 million?
Yeah. Fuck that.
Uncle Free.
Uncle Free.
He's not gonna fucking get more money than me.
All that stuff.
And then the worst crime you can bring up on a motherfucker like Shannon is the sex crime. You know? The nasty crime. Remember this about them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Always remember that. Not saying it's funny because Umar said it best is that they always gonna take the power of try to take the power of a black man when he get too powerful.
Yeah.
So that can be true. And also the other thing can be true is that person was also a shitty person.
Yeah.
Because more likely that's why they gave that person the power in the first place. You rarely see them give somebody of course I can give Cosby all this power. Of course I can give R. Kelly all this power.
Yeah.
Of course I can give all these superstars all these power because I already know what you did.
We know
you already did something.
They already got it.
So now I can really use you. I can push you to where I want. And then when you finally get that $300 million, you around all yes men, and you feel like nobody can tell me nothing.
I don't know if you want to talk about it or not.
Stephen A. You got a fetish for kissing ass.
Let's go public.
Stephen A. good. Stephen A. good.
You got a fetish for kissing ass.
Yeah, Stephen A.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, he got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't did
Yeah,
nothing.
he haven't did anything. He's like he's an attack.
That's why I said
that's all he
fetish.
is. He's just an attack.
But he got a fetish for kissing white man ass. That's what I'm trying to say.
But
that's why Steve gonna stay on top.
But Steve gonna stay on top because
he knows the game. He knows when to kiss ass and he knows when to help black people.
Yeah.
But he know when to go kiss that ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't play about that.
Stephen A.
All y'all niggas need to go to jail right now.
What's
everybody? You can get off the weed.
What Stephen A. got? Stephen A. got something rare that nobody else in the industry got. In his industry got. He got haters from both sides, and he got people that love him from both sides. That's why people tune in to what he's gonna do. If something happened with in the black community, you might know what Stephen A. Smith gonna say, but when you click on, you could be wrong. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like something in the black community could happen. You be like, man, Stephen A. a coon, he about to say such and such. You'll tune in and Stephen A. be like, as a black man, I'm offended. You be like, dang, I ain't know Stephen A. was gonna do this. Then it could be something simple like, a person got arrested, NBA player got arrested, and they shouldn't have got arrested. You like, yeah, Stephen A. got his back. You'll tune in and be like, Stephen A. be like, he shouldn't have been there. Yeah, like that. You're like, oh, he had no business having no weed on the couch. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you never know what side Stephen A. Smith is on, and that's always what's gonna keep him relevant. You got haters from both sides, you got lovers from both sides.
He's an expert, man.
He's good.
I know you got to give him his credit. I don't like him. I stopped watching him like fucking 10 years ago. I just couldn't take it no more. He's like he snitched too much, on the contract.
I think that's the only thing that Stephen A. is like not hearing. Obviously, like some of the stuff, like if he got beef with LeBron, them two grown men that got beef, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I don't really care about the LeBron stuff. It's when he comment on people that he's more popular than. So if you're more popular than that player, and then you telling GMs and
you want to beat him down.
You telling them to stay away from him. Don't sign him.
I wouldn't pay her. I'd be like, what the fuck?
You just lost me $20 million.
And he don't care about. He don't care who he fuck up in his rap.
That's the attack dog. That's the attack dog for the white man when he come out barking on his chain. Tell the white man, we ain't gotta pay this nigga.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the owner texts that motherfucker and say, hey, this nigga has sitcom.
That's what it is with a lot of people. This is what people don't like about reporters. Because those reporters are fans just like us. I'm going to let you know, like, I'm a fan of basketball. I don't have no ties to any athletes. So the first athlete that reached out to me, like, I'm real cool with some players from the Dolphins, right?
Right.
If that Dolphin player ever got in trouble, I'm going to ride for that Dolphin player because I know him personally. So, like, I'm a LeBron fan, right? But I never met LeBron.
Right.
So if one day I was walking in a bar and Michael Jordan showed me a bunch of love, and I had a show the next day and somebody asked me my top 5, do you think it would change? Probably. You know what I mean? Because it's up in the air anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's subjective. So it's like all who you meet. So if Stephen A. Smith is close with Michael Jordan and they asking him who the greatest player of all time,
I was going to say Michael Jordan.
And Stephen A. Smith, sometimes he get exclusive Jordan stories. Jordan might text him like, yo, I'm thinking about buying such and such. Okay, thank you. Appreciate the report. The same thing with Wayhorse. When Wayhorse used to be on LeBron's tail, LeBron and them camp used to feed him information first. So now when they ask Wayhorse who the greatest player of all time, I'm going to say LeBron James.
So you saying it's politicking without running for office.
Yeah, exactly. Like all that stuff is about who you like and who you don't.
I'm cool with that part. I'm cool with him doing that. I ain't got no problem, no opinions on him. Who he believes is the GOAT. It's just that, like you said a minute ago, when you tell the owner, hey, don't pay Kwame $10 million. He ain't worth it.
But what I want you to know about Stephen A. don't do nothing without. I'm saying that's my example. He got ties to all that.
It's all premeditated.
So it's all premeditated. Just like Uncle Joe said, if that player is owed $10 million the next year, and the owner don't want to pay him, and that player has some controversial, that owner might hit up Stephen A. and be like, yo, he did such and such, just to let y'all know. And Stephen A. said, like, I don't think you should sign him. Now that player valued and went down the league. Now I didn't save $5 million. I can put somewhere else.
I just put it out in the public, made it ease with the public. This might happen. I might not pay him right.
And it might even happen naturally after a while. Like, I did so much with Michael Jordan. Now I'm bashing any Hornets player that's bargaining with Michael Jordan to lower their value. So Jordan, it might be, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with, like, little stuff, like where people don't have to call hits no more and stuff like that. If you're a big honcho and you got people that's looking out for you and they look what's going on, as soon as they see somebody disrespect you, they gonna handle it without you having to say
you got some guys like that. You know, they got
Trump got a lot of it.
they got to come on and tell people, hey, don't none of my people touch such and such. They already know one of their little dogs is going to get them. They don't even have to say anything.
Exactly. They more got to come out and announce, don't do it. Instead of do it.
Yeah. I ain't got time to call all of them. So I got to make a public announcement. Because it's going to come back on me. Right.
Stand down and stand ready.
But we live in a day and age though. Obviously Kanye proving that we live in a day and age.
Oh my God.
The more relevant you stay, you stay, the safer you are.
Yeah.
It's like the Charleston White effect.
Oh,
Like I can say, come on, motherfucker, come kill me.
Yeah.
Because now you gonna be the last person that ever tried to kill me.
Yeah.
Because if I end up dead, they're gonna come straight.
Yo,
Somebody keep playing though.
That's what Charleston White's smart about. He never played gangster enough to be like, our beef is never gonna be private. You want to beef with me?
I'm gonna do without me.
Everybody knows you beef with me.
Yeah.
Well, did you see that boy on the stand snitching?
Who? Oh yeah, I seen. Yeah,
He never lied.
No, yeah, but he had everybody thinking he was that real deal though, boy. But when they pulled that damn film out, it was like, he when they got the gun, he did it. Everybody was like, whoa.
But
After that, he never said he never snitched.
Well,
yeah, but it's the image that he projected.
Yeah,
He was a real, what people call a real nigga. So you, in your mind,
I think
he wouldn't do nothing.
I think
and his fans still don't believe it.
The white people elevated that motherfucker after that.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of people.
People don't know that.
So
a lot of people don't know.
Steven.
Yeah,
No. He above Steve. White people go like the one thing. Not all white people.
Not all. No,
Racist white people.
Not the ones over here helping with the camera.
But what people need, they need the color of that race to justify what they doing is wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I go to we was talking about the little kid that just stabbed another kid in his heart, right?
Talk about it. Carmelo.
Yeah. So Charleston White saying that the Carmelo Anthony situation, well, I'm not gonna speak on who was wrong, was right, but him coming out saying that Carmelo Anthony kid was wrong.
Yeah.
That's what white people need.
Yeah.
It's easy for a white person to come out and say that, but when a black person says that, they need. That's why RG3 is always going to be relevant.
Yeah.
RG3 just came out today and was just make it less violent. RG3 just came out today or last night, saying, I think Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark because the way she got up after and tried to fight her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it comes off like that's if you ever listen out there, if you ever broke and you got a podcast that started and you're a black man and you need to make money, you just go conservative.
Yeah,
all right.
I didn't even want to go there, bro. I don't even know why y'all went there.
Just become a Trump supporter.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a couple on my page. I argue with them every day.
Don't ever let my podcast fail, man. I'm going.
Oh, you niggas going down.
Yeah.
Why ain't something about Martin Luther King, man?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. I'm gonna be just like Herschel Walker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
You going in, bro. I ain't even touching these subjects with you though. I'm gonna wait till you leave.
But
I'm gonna go in.
we'll wait till you leave, man.
What time I gotta leave?
We're gonna be telling some damn daddy jokes, man.
I gotta go. I'm out. I gotta head back. I gotta host a whole event.
Let's give it up. Crash
It was a blessing having you here, man. Welcome back.